Hey everyone, Kat here. Hope you're all doing really well. So I've got another hopefully fun one for you. Unless you just want the doggies and the kitties and all that stuff, in which case check the description box below. There's some, fun surprises down there. But I'll show you one cute doggy. Kinda sorta. Somebody's having nap time. And somebody else is on guard duty. Sorry, I'm still trying to get over this a week later. But if y'all been following me for a while, thank you. And also, y'all know I've been doing like a TBR challenge with myself. I started off at the beginning of the year going, I've got 63 books on my TBR shelf since I moved here like 4 years ago. It is time I read those and then get on to what I had before that and see if I still like it. And I failed like 6 times already this year. And then also, MJ and Grimm and Olly are hosting a, read what you own challenge. And if you haven't checked them out already, I will link them down below. Go check out their channels. They're so much fun. So I'm hoping between like the double kind of challenge with myself, I'll at least make it till January. And in the meantime, I've got, this handful that I probably will not get through this month, but I'm a mood reader, so we're not going to tell you my TBR list till, like, January. Yeah, I already know that's going to change. But I'm going to try to get through these, and I'm kind of cheating, because we're going to start with some holdovers from my little shorts feed TBR challenge with myself. I started this one, Wrong Side of Dead, in October for, October of horror, because spooky season, you gotta read monsters and horror stuff. And this looks like a really good time, and it's Wrong Side of Dead. She woke up a vampire. Like, that's what it sounds like, right? And it sounds like, the way they listed the books is they went from newest to oldest, and I thought this was the first book. It's actually the fourth, so that's part of why I'm not enjoying it as much as I should. I've made it about halfway-ish through, but I don't know if I'm gonna, finish it or if it's gonna end up a DNF. It has potential, but it's also got a lot of flashback, which, on the one hand, I appreciate it, because this is catching me up on the 3 books beforehand, but it doesn't catch me up enough to fully understand. So it's like, this is way too much for somebody that's already read the series, not enough for somebody that's new and jumped into the middle, thinking it was the beginning. So we'll see what happens with that. And then, actually I think I started this in September and then put it aside, but this is Pandora's Jar that I, heard of over on Carbon Bonded Books, which is Adriana's channel. Again, if you like mythology or action-packed thrillers like James Rollins, go check her out. I will link her below. And this is not the style book that I normally read. Like, it's Pandora, it's, Greek mythology with, more of a feminist perspective, which is awesome. But it's not, like, a beginning, middle, and end novel. This is a bunch of different, here's how women have been treated in mythology, starting with Pandora, who is just classic and awesome, and somebody got something on my table, and there's something on the back of the book now, and it's bothering me. And it's just basically the story of all these different women throughout mythology and how they were treated compared to their male counterparts. I'm on the second one, which is Jocasta, Oedipus's wife / mother. So I will not be reading this through and through. I'll be reading, a section and then going back to an actual, novel, because that's all my mind can take. And then we've got the actual new to this month reading, because last month was all attempted horror and urban fantasy. This month we're going, there will still be some of that. Wrong Side of Dead, that's urban fantasy right there. And I'm reading, Winter of the Wicked, which is a sequel to a book that I just finished, and it's just like it sounds like. It's witches and magic and if it wasn't for the Winter Witch, if it was just her sisters, I would probably be loving it. But Kindle stuff, I don't know what I'm going to read. But we're going to be getting into a little bit of everything here. Oh, we don't need that receipt there. So, starting with Clive Cussler, because he's supposedly very much like James Rollins, who, if y'all been watching me a while, you know I love him. He is insta-buy, like, easily top 3 author. And I tried Clive Cussler once before, didn't like it. Like, I loved the premise, but it was just way too detailed, way too slow. I'm like, give this to, like, make the outline, give it to James Rollins, let him write it. I'll love this. I've been informed I started on the wrong book. It easily the worst one he's ever written. So I'm giving him another try with Valhalla Rising. I'm hoping I love it because he had like 1 billion books before he passed. And I've only attempted one, so fingers crossed, action-packed thriller that I will love and have a new favorite author that I haven't already read everything by them. And then Death of a Dark Lord by Laurel K. Hamilton. And this is actually part of the Ravenloft series, which is based on D&D, which I played as Neverwinter, which is a free, video game kind of version of it. And the whole series is written by, I think each single one is written by a different author, or they might have done 2 max. I read 2 other books in the series. I could not find the 3rd one. And then there's kind of it's Ravenloft but not spin-off, where the main character, the vampire lord Strahd, gets his own little, I think it's a trilogy of memoirs. That's the one I was looking for, but I found this, and I don't know why they did this. It ticks me off. There's a price sticker on the front, but that's not what I paid for it. These books, I don't think they're even printing them anymore, so they're really, really hard to find. Apparently this was initially bought at Borders for $15, and then sold to the Bookstop, where it was sold for $5.95, and I paid about $4.50 when I bought this. Yeah, this was published in 95 and then reprinted in 2006. It's now 2023. It's old, but it's vampires, it's gamer, it's geeky. I'm hoping this is a really good one. I'm excited for some vampires. They are my favorite monster. And then, I would not be me if I didn't do fairytale retellings. This one has been on my shelf for a minute, but then I keep getting distracted by other stuff and seasons. So this is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. I recently found her this year, where she did a gothic fairytale horror kind of novel, House of Salt and Sorrows. And then Allie mentioned that, dude, have to read this. It's a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. This author is amazing, not just a one-off. So I found this, have to give this a try, because fairy tales. And it's a villain one. It's Rumpelstiltskin. Who doesn't love, a dark or villain origin story? That's freaking awesome. That's, my favorite retelling of all time kind of trope. So, have to try this one. And then, life is mean, and you need to be able to laugh. So, we've got Tim Dorsey's Tropic of Stupid. I know nothing about this book other than it's him, and it's part of the Sergei Storm series, which you do not have to read these in order. I've been bouncing around with them. So basically, if Florida Man was a book, it'd be this series. These novels, from the couple that I've read, they are all over the place because their, narrator is all over the place. So, it might not make sense to the very end, or it might make sense until the very end when you're just yeah, sure, whatever you said is, the wrap-up is the wrap-up, because you're gonna get lost in trying to find the logic of somebody that needs all kinds of help, because they need to be on something, or they need to get off of something, or both. But it's a crazy, enjoy that somebody is more messed up, and escape reality and have a laugh. And so that's the last of my physical TBRs for y'all for this month. And yeah, I've got a couple urban, like, fantasies and another, like, you know, King Arthur kind of adventure retelling that I plan on trying to get to on Kindle. We'll see what happens. I am very much a mood reader. What are you going to read this month? Drop a line, let me know, and I will see you soon. And if this isn't your thing, check the descriptions below. I've got all my other playlists for, you know, the animals and the readings and stuff, and hopefully something will make you smile, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Happy reading!